Thanks for tuning in this Saturday morning. We are live and breaking. I'm Samiksha Srivastava. Let's get started with breaking news coming in. The Indian Army is set to inaugurate the military garrison in Arunachal Pradesh, Kibithu. We understand that the military garrison will be named after General Bipin Rawat, Governor Brigadier B.D. Mishra, CM Pema Khandu, Eastern Army Commander Lieutenant General Rana Pratap, who will be inaugurating General Bipin Rawat Dwar in a short while from now. In fact, General Rawat, remember, served in Kibithu as a commanding officer when he was a colonel. Garrison named after General Rawat to honor his contributions to the eastern theatre of the country. So Kibithu, as we know, is a small hamlet on the banks of Lohit Valley in the easternmost part of India, a circle under Anjwar district of Arunachal Pradesh. Kibithu is also an important military camp of the Indian Army guarding the line of actual control. And Aniruddha reporting live from Guwahati. Aniruddha, good morning. If you could give us more details on the military garrison that is all set to be inaugurated by the Indian Army today.
Yes, Amisha, a very good morning. In fact, this is going to be a very historic moment for the entire country as well as Arunachal Pradesh in particular because, Kibithu is bang on the LSE. It's hardly 5 kilometers away from the line of actual control. And on the other side of Kibithu is Damai, which falls in China. And today, in this location, General Bipin Rawat Garrison will be inaugurated in a short while from now by Governor of Arunachal Pradesh, Brigadier B.D. Mishra, accompanied by Chief Minister Pema Khandu and Eastern Army Commander Lieutenant General Rana Pratap Kalita, who are all about to land in a short while from now in Kibithu, and they will be dedicating this garrison named after General Bipin Rawat, the first CDS of the country, and also a life-size mural of the general will be inaugurated. And apart from that, the road stretch from Walong to Kibithu, which is around 22 kilometers long, will also be named after General Bipin Rawat today. We are expecting the formal inauguration in a short while from now. But let me also tell our viewers that, yes, General Bipin Rawat was a commanding officer as a colonel of the 511 Zia. He commanded his battalion in Kibithu in the year 1999 to 2000. And during that period of time, he played a very crucial and important role in the civil military cooperation and also in the development of the region, the small village of Kaho and Kibithu. Kibithu happens to be a very strategic location for India, and India inaugurating a garrison very next to the LSE, in fact, where a BPM post is also there for the border personnel meeting. This development coming in from Arunachal Pradesh is very important and significant, Samiksha.
Well, absolutely, Aniruddha. Indeed, a very fitting tribute to General Bipin Rawat. If you could talk to us more about this strategic location of this place, Kibithu, as you were telling us, it's strategically said to be very, very important. Talk to us more and also about this military garrison which will be dedicated to General Bipin Rawat.
Yes, Samiksha, Kibithu is a location of very strategic importance because, it is Walong where the easternmost ALZ, Advanced Landing Ground of the Indian Army, which can also facilitate landing of C-100 aircraft, is located, and it's just 22 kilometers away from Kibithu. And apart from that, Kibithu happens to be the easternmost village, Kibithu and Kaho. Kaho village happens to be the first village of India in the Eastern Theatre, and also given the location of Kibithu and the Wasa BPM post, which has been recently renovated along the LSE, talks in itself about the importance of the location. And apart from that, in the very recently also we have seen how Kibithu, how the battalions that are posted in Kibithu have been playing a very crucial role in regards to the management of the LSE in Arunachal Pradesh.
Yes, yes. And Anuradha, we understand that a life-size mural of General Bipin Rawat is all set to be inaugurated as well. If you could talk to us more about this.
Yes, Samiksha, a life-size mural of General Bipin Rawat will also be inaugurated by the governor, the chief minister and the Eastern Army commander today. And apart from that, a new gate has also been built. This gate has been built at the road at the end of the General Bipin Rawat road, which will be dedicated to the nation in a short while from now. And that gate is actually the gate which will lead the visitors there, or the public, to witness the Wasa BPM post. So it has been built at the end of the General Bipin Rawat road, which will be dedicated to the nation shortly. But yes, that road further leads to the actual LSE, and the development that the Indian Army has been doing we have also showcased the development that has been taking place in this part.
All right. Anuradha, I'm sorry I'm interrupting you just for a moment. Hold your thoughts. We have Colonel Shailendra Singh also joining us. Sir, a very good morning. Thanks for speaking to Republic. If I can get your response. Indeed, a fitting tribute to General Bipin Rawat's contribution. We understand that a military garrison, which is all set to be inaugurated by the Indian Army today in Kibithu.
Jai Hind, good morning. This is indeed an absolute fantastic morning news for the country, that we are naming very rightly, though we are late, but we are naming a cantonment after General Bipin Rawat. Beautiful. Kibithu is a tough place. It represents toughness of Indian Army. It represents toughness of Bipin Rawat, sir. It's an apt recognition of the kind of man he was and he is to Indian Army even today. Hats off. I think we must come up with more such cantonments along the LAC, especially wherever we have got borders along with China, because that is a language which China understands. It's a strategically, tactically, diplomatically very beautiful step. We must encourage it, and we must exploit such opportunities that the whole country gets together to pay homage to General Bipin Rawat. Hats off, sir. Jai Hind.
Well, absolutely, Colonel Shailendra Singh. And also for our audience and also for us, if you could once again talk to us about the contributions that General Bipin Rawat made in guarding our defence. If you could talk to us more about how much has he contributed when we talk about guarding our borders.
You see, we must understand, a general doesn't contribute in one day. He would have contributed from the day he became a second lieutenant, because every day you contribute towards your platoon, towards your army, towards your station, towards the country. So his contribution, if you see, is more than 30 years. But still, if we have to answer it very specifically, make government understand the need of CDS. That is how it got.
Yes. Yes.
So we must also understand that the kind of unification, the kind of togetherness he wanted to bring in all the three armies, he has been instrumental to start it. He has already laid out the format. It's only a matter of format that we will have.
Yes.
Coming up, and we will be later commands don't come with small armies. It comes with world armies. And I think very aptly the world is recognizing why are we part of every exercise in the world today. Because people are realizing this is an army which is professional, this is an army which is theaterized, and it can dominate, contribute, and do every damn thing for the world, not only for its country.
Very rightly put, sir. Thank you for speaking to us. We also have Major General Rajan Kochar as well as Wing Commander Praful Bakshi joining us. If I can first go across to Major General Rajan Kochar. Sir, a very good morning indeed. A very fitting tribute to General Bipin Rawat, a military garrison that is all set to be inaugurated to honour General Bipin Rawat.
Yes, it's a great moment to have a military garrison donning the name of our former CDS. And I think fitting the tribute to the man who gave everything for the nation. And it is indeed a proud moment for the armed forces also. And the legacy of General Rawat is being remembered. And homage is being paid to him and his yeoman service to the nation.
Yes.
And I'm sure that it will send a strong message all across that how the Indian Army remembers its braves and gives it the rightful place of honor. And at the same time, being in Arunachal, it's also a message to the adversary across that the Indian Army is firmly entrenched in Arunachal, and you should not think even twice of threatening this sovereignty of this area, because it belongs to India. It will remain with India, come what may, and we have the capability, the strength, the resources, and the firepower to defend our nation. And I'm sure that it will be a wonderful occasion to celebrate.
Well, absolutely. Thank you so much. And very rightly put that it sends out a very strong message as well of how the Indian Army honors its forces. Let me also go across to Wing Commander Praful Bakshi, who's also with us. Sir, indeed a historic day for the country when a fitting tribute is all set to be paid to General Bipin Rawat.
Absolutely right, ma'am. It is a fact that this was a long overdue action to have been taken. Way back in 1955, the proposal had been put that Indian armies must open more garrisons in the northeast, and that somehow or other did not fructify. And that's why 1962, etc., became a debacle that you know. And that is what General Rawat had been studying right from beginning. And this aspect, and let me tell you, every armed forces officer feels that there should have been more garrisons. Every right-thinking Indian also thought. But somehow or other, because of the political differences, the various people, opposition, etc., this thing probably did not work out. But now this step of having a garrison in Arunachal will spell a lot, a great amount it will spell for India. A, we will show our flag in our own territory. B, we will then let Chinese know that all that propaganda, communist propaganda they are doing to earn brownie points in their own political parties is of no use. India is firmly set to establish strength and by administration, proper ruling structure in the northeast, whether it is in Arunachal, whether it is in other territories. So this military garrison is a first step. There are long overdue constructions now waiting for airfields, helipads, etc., which will automatically come up. Ordnance depots, fuel depots, ammunition depots, everything will come up. And this is what we are looking for. And this is a very good step. We thanks to late General Bipin Rawat, may his soul rest in peace. But this is a red letter day for the Indian Army to open a full-fledged garrison in Northeast.
Well, absolutely. Wing Commander Praful Bakshi, thank you for speaking to us. And as you put it, it was long overdue to pay that fitting tribute to General Bipin Rawat. We also have Colonel Rohit Deb joining us. Sir, good morning. If I can get your response as well. Indeed, a big day for the country when the tribute, and rightly so, will be paid to General Bipin Rawat by inaugurating that military garrison in honour of General Bipin Rawat. Colonel Rohit Deb, if you are still with us, if I can get your response as well. We seem to have lost that connection, but we'll connect again with Colonel Rohit Deb. Of course, a fitting tribute there, honouring General Bipin Rawat as the Indian Army set to inaugurate the military garrison in Arunachal Pradesh, Kibithu. Anuradha continues to stay with us. He's reporting live from Guwahati. Anuradha, if you could talk to us more about this military garrison, and if you could also talk to us about that time, when can we expect from now in a short while when that military garrison will be inaugurated by the Indian Army? All right, before I go across to Aniruddha, we also have Professor Madhav Nalapat joining us, strategic analyst and vice chairman of Manipal Advanced Research Group. Sir, very good morning and thank you for speaking to us. A big day for the country and a fitting tribute when it will be paid to General Bipin Rawat as a military garrison is all set to be inaugurated by the Indian Army.
Well, I'd like to say that examples of heroes, examples of individuals of outstanding merit are very important in motivating younger people towards heights of excellence. Bipin Rawat was an outstanding soldier, and he really worked very hard to ensure that the Indian military could take on the challenges based on its northern and western borders. He worked very hard at that, and it was extremely unfortunate that he died in an accident. So I think this is a very welcome move. It shows the regard and respect that the civilian establishment, the leadership of the country has in outstanding soldiers. We have forgotten people like General Thimayya, Field Marshal Manekshaw. They had been forgotten for a long time, and now they are being remembered. You cannot build on the already great Indian military tradition without honoring sufficiently its great minds, heroes. And I think from that point of view, this is very welcome.
Well, absolutely, sir. Indeed, a very, very welcome move. Thank you for speaking to us. Anuradha also there reporting live. Anuradha, if you could once again talk to us more about this military garrison that is all set to be inaugurated in a short while from now.
Yes, at around 11 a.m., Governor and other dignitaries will be dedicating this military garrison to the nation. Amisha, this is a very historic moment, as we have been telling, and it is of very much strategic importance because this is going to checkmate the Chinese infrastructure development that has been taking place on the other side of the border. China have been building ghost towns across the LSE. We all know that, but what India has been building is what can be termed as populated areas, townships, which are there in Arunachal Pradesh. So this is a befitting reply by India to China as far as infrastructure development along the LSE is concerned, Samiksa.